very drained today, but overall a decent day, like nothing crazy. I would even maybe give it a 6.9, which gives me, to me, a positive pretty much day for the most part. I do feel like I could literally pass out right now on the floor if I let myself. I feel like my patience level was a little lower today for no apparent reason. Nothing even big really happened, just like little things that typically are no-brainers for me, like irritated me a little bit more, just a little bit. And I'm like, why am I irritated from that? You know what I mean? A lot of people, when they get irritated, they're like, oh, I'm irritated. I actually try to stop and be like, why is that irritating you? You know what I mean? Why is that irritating you? That doesn't normally irritate you. But I got irritated over the dumbest stuff today. I was like, and maybe it's stuff that people would normally get irritated about, like people not listening. But that's like normal. That's my normal job. That's what we do. You know what I mean? So today I was just like, dang, if I have to tell you 6 more times to do the same thing, like I was irritated. But I just tell my kids, this is irritating me. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. I swear I've already asked you 5 times. I don't want to ask you 5 more. Please, can we just get this done? Thank you. Anyway, a little bit of a difference. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Day 4 of documenting mental health of what I think is teacher burnout. Months before I have announced that I am leaving for a sabbatical year, and today is a negative 50. If I could leave today, I would. It's one of those days. Again, I will never reiterate this enough to where nothing major happened today. I think the behavior was worse yesterday. It's not behavior. It's not the kids. It's not admin. It feels like my mental can't keep up with what it takes to be an educator right now, at least today. When I walked in, I felt my patience level being low. I felt it. And it takes everything in every fiber of my being to act like I am normal every day. And it's like, because I have to act that way and really just suppress all these feelings, it's taking every ounce of me to do that. And I'm just struggling. I'm struggling today. I don't want to be here. The only good part of my day is when I'm in front of the kids teaching. That is the only part that's okay today. The rest, I don't want anything to do with at all. Yeah, not a good day. Probably the worst day so far, by far. There could be a few factors into this. Number one, I think I'm potentially getting sick. I haven't felt the best today. Number two, I don't know. I'm honestly, I can't even function at this point. It's like I have taken everything. God, the day's over. I have taken every fiber, everything that I have, and I've put it towards the kids today. Because my number one goal throughout this mental drainage journey is to act normal for my kids. Is to make sure that I am the same Miss Rock that I am every single day. That I am still bubbly and crazy and dancy, and I do. And I do it with a smile on my face, and I hate it. I hated it today. And I'm so sorry if you don't like this reality, but I'm trying to document what it's like each and every day and how days are so different. And I don't even sometimes know how to explain how I'm feeling. Not good. It was not a good one today. And I don't even want to drive home. I'm so tired. I just want to go to bed. Love you guys. Thank you for following along with the journey. And for those who are not judging, I'm really trying to show what it's like when teachers start to change. And I have mentally made that aware to myself. I know I am mentally dipping, and I'm trying to show what it's like and how, yes, I can be mentally dipping, but I can still be successful at my job. But it just takes a lot more mental stimulation and a mental power, and it's taking everything out of me. And it's not good. Not today, at least. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Welcome to day 5 of my mental health awareness journey and what I think is teacher burnout. And here's your update for day 5. Truthfully, it is day 7. Currently, day 5, I had a great day. All 3 of these days were actually really good. Day 5, I had a great day. 9.5 out of 10. Awesome. Day 6, amazing. 10 out of 10. We are on day 7, 9 out of 10. This is what I've loved about education every single day. I feel great. And I was right. I was kind of getting sick. And now I realize that sickness might have affected me that day, but it's not affecting me these days. So it's not the sickness that's making me less patient. It is just certain days in my mental. But these 3 days were amazing. It's everything I love about teaching. Yes, I still have behavior issues. Yes, it has nothing to do with the kids' behavior. And I'm trying to grasp and understand the difference in days. My days are the same. They're the same. Why is my mental so down on some days? And days like this, it makes me question, am I making the right decision taking a sabbatical? Now, here's the thing. I have officially announced it to my administration already. I don't want to wait. I'm not somebody who wants to do that because I want you to do what's best for the school. They already had plans for us next year, right? They have to start thinking about those things since it's, going to be May soon. And I know you guys are seeing this many, many months later. But I want to make sure that my school has the best opportunity to be successful because I want them to be. I love these kids. I do have sad moments, looking at some of my kids, when they're some of the first graders, I can't wait to have you next year. I can't wait to have you. And it's it breaks my heart, honestly, because I love them too. It's what happens when you work in a neighborhood school. You've had all these families. They get excited coming to you, especially when you are known as the teacher who does all the extra stuff. And it makes me feel really bad. That part was sad. That's part of the reasons that I probably wasn't a 10, because it did make me feel kind of sad. I don't want to leave. And that's the crazy part about this mental health journey. There are days like this where I'm not ready to leave. I love teaching, even with all the craziness. But then I have to think back to day 4. I was done. I wanted to leave that day. I don't want to leave today. I want to stay. I'll even stay for after school, Anyway, these days were great. We had a great time. Day 5 we did have a field trip. That's a little stressful, but I had a great time. The kids were amazing. But yeah, so day 5, 6, and 7. Great. Okay, love you guys. Bye. Welcome to day 8 of my mental health awareness journey and what I think is teacher burnout beginning to burn. And honestly, today was a mediocre day. I would give it a 6.5. Pretty good. I don't really feel bad. I did have a breakdown moment today. Because you're seeing this so late in advance, I have announced that I'm not coming back. And so what I found out today is I was going to be moved back up to 4th grade with twins class, which made me cry because I love that class. That one really made me rethink. I don't know if they were trying to get me to rethink this decision, but that was the way to do it. That was the way to do it. I'm not going to change my mind because I think the diary the diary is kind of showing I do need a mental break because I don't want it to get worse. I want to be able to come back into education. I want to take my break and come back and be ready to go. And so, yeah, that one really got me today. So that kind of brought me down a few points. I was really at a 7.58. I had a pretty good day. But yeah, that moment it drowned me a little bit in the moment. And so I had a nice cry because I love them. And not that I don't love all my kids. I loved that class. That class, last year was top tier. And I think it's only because I had so many loud personalities and they kept me entertained every single day. And I don't know, maybe it's because it was my first year in 2nd grade and I felt uneasy and they kind of eased my mind throughout the year. I think that's kind of why I have a special connection with them. But Bestie is in there and Twin is in there and I would have had them again. And that breaks my heart because I want them again. Yeah. So that was a little rough. Other than that, it was a good day. I had a little bit of trouble waking up this morning, but not because I was tired, just I didn't want to get out of bed. So the morning kind of started rough, but then once I got here, I was good and I, had a good day. But anyway, that's today. See you on day 9. Look, am I enjoying my time off of education? I am, but I'm not going to lie. I'm a little peeved about this. How is it that it's my first year that I decide to take off, in my adult life? I'm not teaching anymore for Halloween to be on a Friday. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but one of the worst days in the school year is when Halloween is during the week and you got to come to school the next day with kids' pockets full of candy. Candy for breakfast, candy for snack, sneaking suckers in the bathroom and chomping them to ruin their teeth, to drop chocolate pieces everywhere that I think is poo and come to find out it's chocolate. That's actually happened. Halloween is fun. I am missing dressing up a little bit. I'm usually a blow up character. This is for sure. Of course, I'm not doing it because I'm not working.